I'm at Copenhagen Airport in Denmark. Now I've come here because I've had a last minute invite to see a super exclusive new hypercar, but I'm running a little bit late, so I really need to run. It's not a good start. I'm having to get a bus to get to the place to pick up the rental car so I can get to my location. It's down this row here. Which one is it?
Which one is it? Oh, no. For some reason, we've got a 7-seater MPV to tour around. I was hoping it was going to be a Golf R. We're on the way.
For some reason, we've got a 7-seater MPV to tour around. I was hoping it was going to be a Golf R. We're on the way. We are running a bit behind schedule. We're actually heading over what is the most expensive bridge in Europe into another country. That might give you a clue as where we're going.
Hopefully, it's something going
so
to be a bit
we've arrived.
like
See, it's Koenigsegg. We're in Sweden. We've opened the gate, even though I'm really late. I'm supposed to be meeting Christian. Hopefully, something a bit awkward like last time.
Oh, you closed it.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Listen, I'm so sorry to see you.
still here, good.
No problem. Good to see you again.
I was going to miss this.
Oh,
Hello,
it's a bit
Christian. So
embarrassing.
sorry.
Last time I
What's
saw
going
you,
on here?
I'm so
Good
sorry.
to see you. No
Good
problem.
to see you again.
So that was
Oh,
not a
that's a
great
bit
start.
embarrassing. Last time I saw you, I shut a door in your face.
Okay, so that was not a great start. We'll actually come back to my chat with Christian a bit later, because first I need to explain exactly what I've come to see.
This is the Sadair Spear, and it is to the Koenigsegg Attack what the GT3 RS is to a normal GT3. So, more power, more aero, more lap time betterness.
Just like the CC850 I drove recently, this car is based on the Jesko platform. But in order to achieve some extraordinary performance goals, the suspension, interior and the bodywork has been overhauled.
The biggest visual changes on this car over a normal Jesko Attack is the rear wing. It's bigger, it still does the whole kind of active aero thing, and it creates more downforce. However, while the car has more downforce, it actually has less drag, and that's because they've extended the body. So it's got a new rear end, it's also got a new rear diffuser as well, and a new underbody, which helps improve the airflow. The actual car itself is 4,690mm long, which is about 70mm longer than the standard Attack. Now, some other changes at the back are these tail lamps, and another thing just there which I'll tell you about a bit later, because it's a little bit bonkers. Here at the front you've got this huge splitter for more downforce, these winglets which send air down the side of the car, and a cool little duct there like on a Formula 1 car. Other side you've got these new turbine style wheels, and they're made out of carbon fibre, and they look absolutely gorgeous, but they are mirrored on the other side. The idea is that they suck air in like a fan to cool the brakes.
So why has Koenigsegg made this car? Well, it's been designed to set lap times. Already it's beaten the Jesko's lap record at Sweden's Gotlandring racetrack by 1.1 seconds, and Koenigsegg says there's more left in the tank thanks to the chassis upgrades they've made.
This is always a fun thing to do on a Koenigsegg. I'll just double press that, and here we have the ability to really look at the mechanicals on this car. So they've changed the spring rates, they're stiffer spring rates than on a normal Jesko Attack. They've fitted new damper bodies, it's got new valves, it's got new software programming, so you've got different rebound and bump over a Jesko Attack, also different ride heights. They've also updated the XXX damper system, so it's got a new spring in it. Now that is designed to stop squat under acceleration, and there's another one on the front to stop dive under braking. Plus, you've got bigger, wider tyres, and then Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 Rs, and you can get those optionally on a Jesko Attack, but here they are wider, which gives you that added cornering speed, but also you have a deeper sidewall, which is able to cope with the added downforce.
There's also upgraded carbon ceramic brakes, which can take more abuse on track, thanks to their new pads and multi-layered construction.
The brakes are actually 400 grams a corner lighter over a normal Jesko Attack, and that improves the handling because you've got less unsprung mass. Plus, overall, this car is 35 kilograms lighter. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, 35 kilograms, that's not a huge deal. But you've got to remember that this car is longer, it has bigger tyres, and despite all that, it is still 35 kilograms lighter. So the Jesko Attack is 1,420 kilos, this is 1,395 kilograms, so it's only 5 kilograms heavier than the Absolute, but you've got all this aero and all these track focus parts on it as well. So how have they done that? It's got a lighter windshield, they've used slightly different carbon fibre on parts of the body which make it lighter. There's something inside that they've removed, and I'll come to that in a bit. This rear wing may be bigger, but it's actually 1.8 kilograms lighter.
And there's less soundproofing.
Now, Koenigsegg could have made it lighter still by getting rid of some creature comforts, such as the stereo system or even the air conditioning, but they want the cars to be pleasurable to drive even when you're not on track. And they could have got rid of some of the cool like robotized parts such as the doors and the engine bay. But no, it needs to be a spectacle, just like every other Koenigsegg.
to deliver more power. And this was actually made possible, believe it or
What they
not,
have done though
due to
is
changes
tweak
to
the
body.
5-litre twin-turbo
So this
V8
vent here
ECU
forces
to
air
deliver
into
more
the
power,
ventilation
and this was
system,
actually
so
made
it doesn't
possible,
have to work
believe it
so
or
hard,
not,
which means
due
less
to
strain on the
changes
engine.
to the
Then
bodywork.
moving down the
So this
side,
vent
these
here
canards spin
forces
in
air
the
into
so it
the
goes straight
ventilation
into the
system, so it doesn't have to
intercooler,
work
makes
so
the
hard,
work
which
more
means less
efficient.
strain on the engine.
And actually,
Then moving down the
this
side,
brings
these
on to the
canards
only thing
spin
on this
the
car,
air
which
to
is
go
for showing
straight
doesn't
in
do
here to the
anything.
intercooler,
On the
makes them
normal
work more
Yes, you have
efficiently.
these
And actually,
rings
this
here
brings
to
you on
do
to
the
the
job of
only
pushing air
thing
into the
on this car
intercooler.
which is for show
They
and doesn't
didn't
do
need
anything.
them on
On the
this
normal
because of
Jesko,
those
you have
canards.
these wings here
And
to
so
do
you
the
have
job
this
of pushing air
decorative
into the
spear
intercooler.
here,
They
which
didn't
is a
need them
nod
on
to the
this because
car's
of those
name.
canards, and so you
Here we
have
have
this
these new
decorative
ram air
spear
intakes,
here,
forcing air into
which
the
is a
air
nod
induction
to the
system.
car's name.
And
Here
then
we
here
have
there's a
these
new
new
vent,
ram air
which sends air
intakes
down into
forcing
there to cool
air
the
into
gearbox
the air
oil.
induction system, and
The
then
result is
here
an
there's
uplift
a
in
new
power by
vent that
25
sends air
horsepower
down
over
into
the
there
Jesko
to
Attack.
cool the gearbox
And
oil.
unlike that
The
car,
result
the
is an uplift in
environmental
power
pack comes
by
standard.
25 horsepower
So if
over the
you run
Jesko
on
Attack.
85
And
fuel,
unlike that
you
car,
have
the environmental pack comes as
1,625
standard.
horsepower.
So if you run on
Not
E85
60
fuel,
miles per
you have
hour is estimated at just
1,625
2.66
horsepower.
seconds,
0 to
which is
60
mad
miles
for
an
a
hour is
rear-wheel
estimated
drive
at just
car. Even one with
2.6
a
seconds,
power-to-weight
which is
ratio
mad
of
for a rear-wheel drive car.
1,173
Even one with a
horsepower,
power-to-weight
which is the
ratio
best of any
of
Koenigsegg ever.
1,173
To give you an
horsepower per
idea of
tonne,
how
which is the
impressive the number
best
is,
of
the
any
new Ferrari
Koenigsegg
F8
ever.
has a
To give you an idea of how
power-to-weight
impressive that number is,
787
the new
horsepower.
Ferrari F8 has a
The new
power-to-weight
McLaren
ratio
W1
of
has
787
911
horsepower per tonne.
horsepower,
The new
has
McLaren
930
W1 has
In fact,
911
there's only one
horsepower
car
per
that
tonne,
comes
and the
close to
Rimac
this new
Nevera
Koenigsegg.
R has
The Bugatti Bit that has
930 horsepower per tonne.
1,600
In fact, there's only
horsepower
one
and a
car
dry
that comes close
weight,
to this new
according to
Koenigsegg,
Bugatti,
the
around
Bugatti
1,450
Bolide.
kilograms.
That has
That
1,600
works out to a
horsepower and a
power-to-weight
dry weight,
ratio of
according to
1,100
Bugatti,
horsepower,
around
but that's still less than this new
1,450
Koenigsegg.
kilograms. That
What
works
you have
out to a
remember is
power-to-weight
that the
ratio
Bugatti Bell
of
is actually a track-only car,
1,100
whereas
horsepower
this
per
is
tonne.
homologated
That's
all
still
over the
less
world.
than this new
So it can be
Koenigsegg.
used on
What
the
you have
road
to
and
remember
making
is that the
changes to a car
Bugatti
and then getting
Bolide
homologated
is actually a
a rear
track-only
FAF,
car,
especially when
whereas
you're only
this
making
is
30 of them like
homologated
this.
all over the world, so it can be
Koenigsegg
used
wanted
on
to
the
just
road.
add a
And
third
making
brake light
changes
here
to
to
a
the back
car
of the
and then getting it
intake for the weight
homologated
cooler
is a
of the
real
gearbox.
faff, especially
Now what they could
when you're
have
only
done
making
is use an
30 of
off-the-shelf
them,
part from Hilo
like
for this
this.
brake
So
light, but it's molded for
Koenigsegg
use
wanted to
likewise,
just
not
add a
vertically, but they wanted
third
it
brake
vertical,
light
so they had
here
to
to
design
the
their own
back
light
of the
in-house,
intake
build it in-house,
for
and
the
then get
oil
it
cooler of the
homologated
gearbox. Now what they
specifically
could have
on its own,
done
so it's road
is
legal,
used
and
a
you know how long
off-the-shelf
it took to
part from
just
Hella
create
for
that
this
part
brake
and get
light,
him
but it's homologated
homologated. Took
for
5 people,
use
6 months working
lengthways,
on
not
just that part
vertically.
alone
But they wanted it
solidly.
vertical,
That
so they
just
had
goes
to
to show the
design
crazy
their
attention
own
to
light
detail that they have at
in-house,
Koenigsegg and how they
build
always
it
just
in-house,
like to do stuff
and then
in-house,
get it
even if it's a
homologated
little bit
specifically
difficult.
on its own,
The
so it's
Sadair
road
Spear
legal.
isn't the
And do you know
first
how
time
long it took
Koenigsegg has
to just
produced a
create that
special
part
edition
and get it
version of their
homologated?
Halo hypercar.
It took
The
5
new car
people
also
6
celebrates
months
10 years since
working
the
on
Agro
just
1
that part
was
alone
launched.
solidly.
This was the very
That just goes to
first
show the
hypercar that
crazy
produced more
attention
than
to
a megawatt
detail
of
that
power.
they have at Koenigsegg,
That's one,
and how they always just like to do
which
stuff
translates to
in-house, even if it's a little
1,360
bit
horsepower.
difficult.
And weighing in at
The Sadair Spear isn't the first time Koenigsegg has produced a special edition version of their Halo hypercar. The new car also celebrates 10 years since the Agera 1-1 was launched. This was the very first hypercar that produced more than a megawatt of power. That's 1,000 kilowatts, which translates to 1,360 horsepower. And weighing in at 1,360 kilograms meant it achieved a 1-to-1 power-to-weight ratio. And that brings me on to the changes inside the car.
First things first, getting into a Koenigsegg is always an event. I'll meet you on the inside. Gotta love the doors. Changes to the interior include the fact that they have removed the gear selector there to save a bit of weight. So the only way you can change gears is the 9-speed light-speed gearbox, which has no flywheel and individual clutches by using the paddles. You get the same digital driver's display here as in the Jesko, which is mounted onto the steering column. But because you haven't got that gear lever, rather than putting the key there, you put it in there. Also, they're giving it new carbon fibre lightweight seats with some lovely leather. There's the number 76 there, which relates to the year 1976, but more on that in a bit. And you can have 6-point racing harnesses, so fitted there like look way. But if you don't want to use them, right, this buckle just fits neatly there using a magnet as well, holding it in place into the seat base, so it's not uncomfortable if you just want to use the normal 3-point harness. And if you do take this car on track and and think, oh
You
god,
may
my
also
helmet's
be
going to be
wondering
bashing
about the
against the
color scheme
headrest.
of the
This
car and
part
where the
is
name
actually
comes from.
removable.
And this brings us back to my meeting
I haven't
with
tried
Christian.
it. Can I do
But you
it?
know what? On this car, all the colors I love. We've got brown.
How do you do it?
Love brown. We've got
do you
green
do
on
it?
it. Love green and white.
Do I
Okay.
just pull?
Yeah.
Do I just
All
pull?
matched up. Yeah.
I'm not sure
this
if I
was
should
planned
just pull.
obviously, wasn't it?
You reckon,
Even
Jack?
there.
Don't
oh,
pull.
Yeah.
Don't pull.
Plan. Tell me then about this car.
We asked someone at Koenigsegg to show us how to do it. You may also be wondering about the colour scheme of the car and where the name comes from, and this brings us back to my meeting with Christian.
Do you know what? On this car, all the colours I love, we've got brown, love brown, we've got green on it, love green, and white.
Okay. We got these wonderful new tires from
all matched up.
which meant we could increase
This was planned obviously, wasn't it?
And
even
said,
there?
Why not make a
Oh, yeah.
around the Jesko era in Koenigsegg by celebrating that with
Tell
a
me
special
then
version named
about
after
this
the
car,
last
the
horse he
name,
raced as a
what's it
gentleman
all
jockey
about?
in
The Jesko was a
1976,
tribute to
which
my
was the
father, who
Sadair
helped me in
Sadair.
the early years
So,
to get
horse
going
brown.
in the tough
This is the
times.
same brown
He was
as
very
the horse.
instrumental in
You
helping
know,
me.
when
So
people do like kind of
I
color
attributed
matching, they
the
come to you,
Jesko
go,
to
"Can you
him
match
on
my
his
car to
80th
this color?"
birthday as a surprise.
match it
And
like
we're
the
about
photos
to
of
finish
the
that
horse.
program.
Kind of. It's
And we
more
got
the
this
idea of a
wonderful new
brown
tires
horse.
from Michelin,
Would
which
say,
meant we
okay,
could increase
sorry,
aero
the green
loading.
here is what we
And
call
we said,
Koenigsegg
why not
Racing
make a
Green,
final
which was
hurrah
together
of
with
the
the white
Jesko
delivery of
era
Jesko's
in
jockey suit.
Koenigsegg
So,
by
that's
celebrating that
celebration to
with a
that.
special version
Okay. So there's a
named
few
after
more
the
kind
last
new all-new
horse he
products coming.
raced as a
Yes,
gentleman
now
jockey
you
in
guys have worked with
1976, which was the
electrification
Sadair
before.
Spear.
So this kind of
So,
switch to like a
horse
electrified
brown.
vehicle
This is
not
the
going
same
to
brown
be
as
such a
the
major
horse.
risk as
You know when
other
people do like
hypercar
kind of
brands.
colour matching,
So I
they come to you and
imagine
go,
that's where
can you
they're
match
going
my
in
car to
future.
this colour?
Well,
Were you
depends on
matching
the
like
ethos
from
and
photos of the
philosophy of the
horse?
Kind of.
So
It's
we're
more the
having
idea of a
basically a
brown
two-pronged
horse, I
approach.
would say.
Okay, sorry.
The green
combustion
here is
engine
what we
with
call
renewable fuels
Koenigsegg
to make
Racing
that
Green,
side happen.
which was together with the
And then
white,
also
the
the
livery
hybridized
of
side, but
Jesko's
not full EV,
jockey
as that takes away
suit.
too
So
much of
that's
the emotional
celebration to
aspect of
that.
the object
Okay,
being
so
alive and
there's a
talking
few
to you.
more Koenigsegg,
And so that
all
you
new
feel
products
that you're in a
coming.
better position than,
Yes.
say,
Now,
some of the other
you
hypercar
guys
manufacturers
have worked
because you're
with
already
electrification
known in
before, so
kind
this
area
kind
with
of
the regular.
switch to like
Our
a electrified
clientele,
vehicle is
they know
not
we're
going to
up
be
to
such
doing
a
unusual
major
things.
leap for you as
So
some
someday I
other
guess they don't
hypercar
get
brands.
surprised.
So I imagine
Unusual
that's where
things,
you're going in
not just
future.
Well,
unusual.
it depends on the
Unusual.
ethos and
So,
philosophy
yeah,
of the
from that
car. So we're
perspective, and then
we're
I
having
think EV
basically a
technology
two-pronged
or the
approach. This
electrification
really
we have is really
analog,
exciting.
pure
Now
combustion
I know that
engine
on your
with
cars
renewable
you have, like,
fuels to
certain
make
little
that
Easter
side
eggs or kind of
happy,
really
and
cool
then
stuff that's
also the
just hidden away,
hybridized
which is
side,
sort of
but
for
not
you in a way as well
full
as your
EV,
customers,
as
'cause they
that
like to
takes
know that
away
this stuff's
too
there.
much of the emotional
Something
aspect
clever
of
with the
the
windscreen
object
wiper,
being
is it
alive
there?
and talking
Well,
to you. And
yes.
So do you feel
This
that
is-
you're
this
in a
is a
better
challenge.
position than, say,
So
some of the
given
other hypercar
regulations that are
manufacturers because
around
you're already known
nowadays,
in
the
this
swept
kind
area
of
that you need
area
to do
with the
with this
Regera?
wraparound
our
screen is a big
clientele, they
challenge with
know
one
we're
single
up
wiper.
to doing
We
unusual
could have 3
things.
small ones and trying to cover it, but it will
So
look completely
I guess they don't get
Oh,
surprised.
unusual thing, not just unusual. They're always good.
Yeah. So yeah, from that perspective, and then I think EV technology or the electrification we have is really exciting.
Now I know that on your cars you have like certain little Easter eggs or kind of really cool stuff that's just hidden away, which is sort of for you in a way, as well as your customers, because they like to know that this stuff's there. Something clever with the windscreen wiper, isn't there?
Well, yes, this is a challenge. So given the regulations that are around nowadays, the swept area that we need to do with this wraparound screen is a big challenge with one single wiper. We could have 3 small ones and trying to cover it, but it will look completely nasty. So what we had to do is we had to invent a new mechanism that we're patenting that makes it go shorter in comparison to its full stretch out length.
So it's like someone like cleaning a window,
It
like
really
reaching.
stretches far out and really contracts to become short to pass that point. And we had to spend thousands of hours to make that work. We first thought we should outsource that.
But you don't outsource really, do you?
Well, this time we tried, but we realized we probably just have to do it in-house to make it work. And I think that was a good thing because it was very intricate and complicated to make it match the car.
And that's new on this car here.
Yes, it's the first one with this. The Jesko's going to the US also have it because they need it for regulation.
So this car here, what is the price?
So it's 3.8 million euro.
Now, your paint is so special. It is faultless. But it ain't easy, is it?
No. This is more work, skill and sensitive hands than imaginable. The panels, we do them naked carbon fiber. We don't add anything. We just polish them up and they look perfect. It's not, the panels are perfect, but still, to get to this paint job, you need, in this case, with this intricacy of the carbon fiber areas and the inlays and so on, I would guess this is around 1,200-1,300 hours.
Well, okay, wait there. So 1,200-1,300 hours, but forget the paint job. How many hours to build the car?
If you look at the Jesko, which is a similar build time, we have 10 stations and we move a station every third day. So it's 30 days to move through the line. And you have about 2 persons per station. So that's about...
so about 2,000 hours or something like that?
Something like that. That's assembly time. Then we do pre-assembly of parts on top of that. And then we make the monocoque, then we make the carbon fiber bits and pieces. We do the engine, the transmission, the wheels, the seats, the electronic systems. We assemble them, we boot them up. So that's just assembly time. So I think all in all, if you take everything in, it's 6,000-7,000 hours or something per car.
Okay. And the actual paint then, so you're looking at fifth,
something like that.
Oh my gosh. So this car holds a record around your Gotland circuit.
Correct.
What are the records you're looking at? Because I know you like a world record.
This will not be a top speed record holder. We're limiting the speed to 360 for tire loading. That way we could add even more downforce since we're not going to go faster than that. So I think it will be interesting to see what it can do around Silverstone, Spa. I mean, Nürburgring is a dream. It's a challenge to get the right time of the year with the right driver and not raining. We were there last year. 2 days we had it for ourselves, raining. So it's such a difficult thing to do. But we'll try again.
Have you modelled it on the Nürburgring?
Oh yes.
Simulator? Go on then, can you tell us? What do you reckon? What would you like to be able to achieve?
We were at Laguna Seca last year and set a record with the Jesko. And the modeling was like 3/10 off or something. It was extremely close. And the modeling guys, when we talk about Nürburgring, they're like, Christian, we don't even want to tell you what it can do, you know. But it's in the like 630 to 27, you know, something around there. Some wild number. It's just crazy. More about the driver, what they dare to do. I
think the size of the balls. So my final question to you: will people like me, car journalists, ever get to drive this? And I've driven some of the other cars.
Yeah, I mean, this is the factory show car, test car, so this could be driven, yeah.
Oh, excellent. And I know you sometimes sell your prototypes, don't you, to very, very special customers?
Happens, yes.
They're worth more than the actual...
Normally, yes, like for similar type of brands, that happens as well, yes.
Will you be selling this one, or will you be holding on to it?
The idea is to hold on to it. So we're creating a little bit of a showpiece on the other side of the road where we want to put up our historic cars and make a bit of a visitor center. So eventually maybe it could end up there and being used for events and stuff like that. So.
And for journalists to maybe come and have a little review of
yes,
it. Christian,
I'm sure we can arrange that. Yeah.
Excellent. Listen, thanks for showing me around the car.
My pleasure.
Great to see you again. And sorry for being late.
No problem.